Anime review. Ding! A Lull in the Sea review and subscribe. Long ago, all humans lived beneath the sea. However, some people preferred the surface and abandoned living underwater permanently. As a consequence, they were stripped of the God-given protection called Eden, which allowed them to breathe underwater. Over time, the rift between the denizens of the sea and of the surface widened, although contact between the two people still existed. Nazi no Askia Kara followed the story of Hikaru Sakami and Makina Mikado, along with their childhood friends Chikase Hira and Kame Isekai, who are forced to leave the sea and attend school on the surface. There, the group meets along Tugasi Kara, a fellow student, and a fisherman who loved the sea. Hikari and his friends lives are bound in chains as they have to deal with the deep-seated hatred and discrimination between the people of the sea and of the surface, the storm in their personal lives, as well as impending tempests, which may spell doom for all who dwell on the surface. Anime has about 26 episodes. It premiered October 3rd, 2013 to April 3rd, 2014. It is drama, fantasy, and romance. Each episode is 20 minutes per episode and rated PG-13. Now, among this very popular anime, I said you could get a vibe like the Little Mermaid vibe, kind of like mixed with a Moana, between the difference between land and sea relations. I feel like with this anime, even though it is a fantasy where two worlds collide with both sub-genres of humans, basically, and I feel like in the story, you have people who lived in the sea, however, over time, people started crawling or descending upon land and see what life was really about above the surface, and then again, as the population grew, it just split into two divisions: people who lived on land and the people who lived on the sea. They're very distant each other from their other half, which I feel like is kind of sad. And then you follow this circle of children who have childhood friends from the sea, and then also have friends who live up on land, and it's kind of sad. I'm not getting too much detail why these kids are forced to go from their home from the sea to go attend school on land, but you will find out. And I feel like as you watch them adapt to the new life on land versus how it normally is versus the sea, and then I think also it does teach a very important vital lesson that we shouldn't discriminate others versus where they come from. In this case, people are discriminating those from land and vice versa, which is kind of sad. And I feel like when we are shown these kids lie, you kind of want to protect them as much as you can, but we have to realize that we can not always protect our children forever, which is kind of the sad part about it. And they have to learn about the very difficult and challenging parts in our world that we live in today, especially dealing with discrimination, which is quite relevant topic in today's society. And I feel like this is a good anime to watch that talks about discrimination, especially even though this is based in land and sea, it does come across a very crucial point in our world as we see today. And I think also, besides the numerous plots, and as of course time, you will see their relationship develop over the 26 episodes. And I feel like there's a lot of drama that comes across really well in the anime, which I loved a lot. And I think somehow in this case, how I mentioned how Glass Slip didn't really nail it on the head with the romance, I think this anime did it very well. And even though these kids, they're, how to say this in a nice way, they don't push the romance as heavy as they should, which is not a bad thing. I mean, there's sometimes when you're pushing romance, it doesn't need to be all in your face, but it needs to gradually build over time, which I love. And it also helps with the very important character development in this anime, which I really enjoy a lot. I think it gives many of the characters opportunity to see the bigger picture in their lives and the role that they play in their society versus coming from two different worlds. And I think also with the anime covering a lot of reality and time span in this anime, it is a good course of covering all the characters' backstory and how they evolve and grow as a character, along with the supernatural aspect of them being mermaids, just minus the tail, and the sort of realism that you see in this anime that I really liked a lot. And I wish it kind of would go on more, but actually it was a fairly good anime as it seemed. And let me know what y'all thought of Lull in the Sea or Nakasi Kakura. Let me know. Did you enjoy it just as much as I did? Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to comment down below in the comment section. And don't forget to click that subscribe button for more content. Until then, bye!